What's going on, Crunch Nation? It's Crunch here coming at you with another Madden Ultimate Team 20 video. And today, boys, we're going to be going over which rookie premieres that you guys should be targeting, which ones you should do, which ones are going to actually make the most impact on your team next year. And I'm just going to rank them in order of what I would do them if I'm you guys. But this, like I said, this is just my personal opinion, what I believe will play out. Obviously, I'm not... I can't see into the future. I can't see which cards are actually going to play well, get the upgrades, but that is what we're going to go over today. But if you're new to Crunch Nation, what we do here, boys, we do a bunch of coin making methods, we do gameplays, theme teams, pretty much anything you can think of Madden Ultimate Team 20 wise. So if you like the content, make sure to subscribe, comment, and turn that noti bell. Now, we're going to get into this, and what we're going to do, we're going to go from 10 to 1. So right now, we will get into the one I believe is the last that we can look here, and that is Xavier McKinney. Now, the card actually looks pretty good as a 99. The zone coverage is kind of low, and that's one thing that's really holding me back here with less than 90 zone. But the thing is, he is a second round pick. I don't know how highly thought of. I mean, the Giants are kind of a dumpster fire to begin with, so I don't know how much instant impact this card could potentially have, and that's the reason why I have it at 10, not because so much the stats. We will go on to number 9 here, and that will be Joe Burrow. Now, Joe Burrow, there's a good chance he can actually get a lot of upgrades, and it's not really that bad. It's just the thing is, he's kind of slow, and none of his stats really jump out at you. And I don't think there's any point in the game that he's going to be the best quarterback. And the Bengals kind of a dumpster fire too, for the most part. I think they're going to actually be a little bit better this year. But, I mean, it's kind of hard throwing a rookie quarterback into that organization and expecting them to really exceed. So, I don't know. I just don't, like I said, I don't really see this card being something that you guys would want to use whenever he does get an upgrade. So that's why he's number 9 for me. Unlike Kyler Murray last year, who I would have ranked higher if I did one of these last year, because a lot of people actually liked using him this year. So we're going to go on to number 8, and that is Derrick Brown, defensive tackle for the Carolina Panthers. Now this card's actually pretty good. The problem here is the speed, and I think that's what's really going to hold him back. The finesse move is pretty bad, and I don't know how much they're going to change to it for his card for next year. So that's the main reason why. I actually think the card's pretty usable, especially as a death defensive tackle if you do it. I just don't know how good he's actually going to be on all these teams. His stats are pretty good. He's a very strong defensive tackle. Just that speed, at 72 speed maxed out, that's pretty slow for a D tackle, and that's why he is number 8 for me. So we are going to move on to number 7, and this one purely is not because of his stats. I actually think his stats are great, especially for what he is at 99, and I think he's going to be a pretty fast tight end, even if he does get quite a few upgrades. The problem here is that he is a bear. I don't know what they're doing there. Is Nick Foles going to be the guy? Now, honestly, it's kind of tough. I just don't know that he's going to see enough targets and actually do enough to actually warrant enough upgrades throughout the year. So we will move on to number 6, and that is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So Clyde here, he actually looks pretty good. The problem here is that he's kind of slow. I think he's going to get a lot of upgrades, and that's why he's actually at number 6. I would have had him much higher if he wasn't a Chief. That's the only thing. But he's still a little too slow to actually probably be on a lot of your guys' teams. and that's where I think he's going to struggle. Now, if you have a Chiefs theme team going next year, definitely do it, because I think this card could be a beast for that. I just don't believe that it's a card that's going to be heavily used based purely off of speed. So that's it for that one. We're going to move to number 5, and that is Tristan Wirfs. Normally I don't have offensive linemen on a list like this high, but dude's really fast for a tackle, really solid, and all the stats are great. I mean, the strength is a little lower than what you want to see, but all in all, I think this card is awesome, and I do believe that since Brady is there, that there's a good chance that this card gets a lot of upgrades throughout the season. So that's why I actually have it at number 5. And if he does get the upgrades, he will definitely be usable in my opinion. The only problem is they have a hard time giving O-linemen cards whenever for the rookie premieres. If I felt better about them giving O-linemen cards, I would actually have this card even higher on the list. But we will move to number 4, and that is Patrick Queen. This card actually looks like it will be a great linebacker if he actually gets the upgrades. Now, the zone coverage is a little bit low than what you want to see, but I think they could change that if he shows out during the season. The speed is awesome with 95. Very, very solid card, and the one good thing is he is a Raven. I believe the Ravens will show out again this year, and he could definitely get some upgrades just like Marquise Brown did, and definitely be at least a depth middle linebacker for your team next year. So number 3, we will go to CeeDee Lamb, and this card looks pretty good, and he's a depth position, so he's definitely going to get a little bit more love than other cards. You know, with the 95 speed, 96 excel, very solid, good everywhere, release a little bit lower than what you see, but this card could definitely be a slot wide receiver when he gets an upgrade for you, or just use him as a depth piece, because honestly he could get enough upgrades where you could use him the majority of the year next year. So we're going to move to number 2, and that one is Chase Young. So Chase Young here, he is very solid with an 89 speed, 95 excel. One of the top picks in the draft, so definitely could show out and has the pedigree too. Now, this card actually gets upgraded, which I believe it definitely will. Probably even up to Ghost of Madden. Probably get one just like Bosa did. If he does, this card's going to be awesome and definitely can be used the majority of the year. I would highly recommend you using your Rookie Premieres tokens on this card. And last but not least, the one who I am going to be taking with my first is Jeff Okudah. Now, Jeff Okudah, the nice thing is he's super fast. So anytime he gets an upgrade, he is definitely going to be on your team. He's got great stats pretty much everywhere. Zone's a little bit low, but you can easily use this card the majority of the year if he keeps getting upgrades. Card is great, and he's a depth position, just like I've said in the past. If you pick him, he can definitely be a slot corner here, there. He'll always be on your team if he keeps getting upgrades, which is very nice, and that's what you're looking for out of these rookie premieres. But boys, that is my list of who I think is the best rookie premieres to choose from. You might not agree with me. That's okay. Like I said, it's my opinion on what I would choose, and I'm an offensive player. So if you're looking at it, my top 2 picks are defense. I think there's a better chance that those cards actually have more value to you next year. But that's all we got for you boys. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe, comment, turn the noti bell. Don't want to miss out on anything that we are putting out. But that's all we got for you boys. Peace.